The following segment is sponsored by Smith Injury Law and 300hurt.com.
If you're involved in a car wreck, one major mistake people make is failing to preserve evidence. Another is failing to seek medical treatment in a timely manner. We discussed those topics recently with Richard Smith of Smith Injury Law, and he's back with us this morning to pick up that conversation. Good morning.
Good morning, Morgan.
First, tell us a little bit about your background and talk to us about the practice at Smith Injury Law.
Well, we represent injured people at Smith Injury Law. We don't represent insurance companies or big corporations, just people who are injured, whether they're injured in a car accident, on the job, or if they're filing for Social Security disability benefits. We also handle those cases as well.
All right. Well, we reference your book all the time, 10 Critical Mistakes to Avoid If You're Injured in a Car Wreck. Talk to us about your goal in writing that.
It's basically just to educate the public, because small mistakes that you make early in your case can dramatically affect the case, cost you money, cost you time, maybe require you to go to court when it could be settled out of court if you didn't make those mistakes. So it's very important that we try to educate the public, because, you know, I don't like to see people getting taken advantage of, and injured people are going against big, large, multi-level corporations. You need to be prepared to do the case correctly so you don't lose money.
Absolutely. Your book, mistake number 3, in no particular order, is negotiating with the insurance company too soon. What do you want people to know about that?
Well, some insurance companies, they try to get people very early in the case, before they've seen a doctor, before they've seen a lawyer, and they offer them, you know, basically pennies on the dollar what their case is worth. Usually it's like $500 or something of that nature. And sometimes people misunderstand that and think it's actually an advance on their case, and it's not. It's a total settlement of their case. They also may promise you they'll pay your medical bills, but they don't always pay your medical bills, because they determine that some of your bills are not reasonable and necessary, therefore they're not going to pay for them. So then guess what? You're stuck paying for them. So the worst thing you can do is negotiate with an insurance adjuster early in the case, before you've obtained an attorney, or at least prior to completing your medical treatment, because you don't know how bad your injuries are, what your lost wages are. You don't know enough about your case to start negotiating soon with the insurance company.
A lot of factors to consider there. And another big mistake is made when somebody gives a recorded statement to the adjuster without being represented by an attorney. What's the problem there?
Well, the first red flag should go off is that why are they recording this statement if it's not very important? And obviously it is very important. And depending on the type of case you have, if you say the wrong thing, it can destroy your case. I'm not saying change your testimony, but sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. It gets very fact specific on certain types of workers' comp cases. But in car accidents, it's mostly about stuff like distance and time, and not knowing when you saw the person, when you turn your signal light on. All that kind of stuff can be used against you, because people are not very good at time and distance evaluations. I certainly am not. And you can make a big mistake if you do that on a recorded statement without being prepared by an attorney.
They say, how many car lengths was it? You say the wrong number of car lengths, and it doesn't work for your case very well. Anybody watching this can request the book from you. There's a lot of valuable information inside. Numbers on the screen now. You can get in touch with Richard Smith by calling 864-300-HURT or visit 300hurt.com. Anything else that you think people should keep in mind before we go today?
Just remember that the insurance adjuster does not work for you. They work for the person that hit you. They are not going to keep their job if they pay you more than the insurance company tells them they're allowed to pay you. So it's very strictly regulated. And a lot of these people are very good people, and they would like to be fair, but their company is telling them to pay the least amount possible. So that's why you need somebody working for you on your side. And just because you get an attorney does not mean that your case is going to require going to court. Most cases settle without ever having to go to court, but it's like everything else. If you don't show that you're willing to fight, they're not going to take you seriously.
Excellent. Well, thanks for always making it make sense to us. Richard Smith of Smith Injury Law. We look forward to having you back again really soon.
Thank you, Margaret.